Finally, in this week's fundamental syllabus, we're going to look at the hip bump sweep from closed guard. So we're going to start on one here in the closed guard position. So the primary thing here really is that we need to find a way to entrap one of the person's arms. So generally, the simplest way for the fundamentals version is take your hands around. We're going to bring this around here and bring the hands out toward one side. Yeah. Usually, again, you bring this in, so you pull forwards, your hands go in. This helps to take the hand out to one side, and we bring it down towards here. Yeah. We don't need to really put them on the ground necessarily. We just want to get them out of the way. And then the next step after this is I'm going to take my left arm over to this side here, and I put my hand on the ground and sit up. Okay. Now, if the hand's actually on the ground, then we'll go to the Kimura, which is the second thing there. But again, it can just be out. If it's just here, it's fine. If there's a little bit of space, my aim is to grab it, pull the arm into my body here, or even just to be placed on it. If it feels like there's actually weight on it, I'll put my weight on my hand first. I will start to come up, put my feet on the ground, and then I'm going to pull the inside of the elbow to the chest as I throw my left hip as hard as possible through my partner. So I'm basically looking to take my left knee up in the air and drop it to the ground. Here. Okay, so we're going directly from bottom guard to the mount position. So let's just fine tune that a little bit. So, okay, obviously if the hands are actually on you, so if you leave the hands just like set on me here, it's difficult to do. So I can try and sit up, but again the hands tend to stop me here. So we're looking to, again you can work on one arm at a time, but generally again when people don't take all the perfect grips, again going inside, bringing things down here is nice. We can even start off holding the head if we want to. The primary aim is to get my arm past her head so I can start to sit up in this direction. Obviously if I'm here, I can start to sit, but I'll just hit her head here. If you're very, very strong and very, very violent, you can just go through the head and ignore the whole thing. But most people who are not that powerful will need to go up onto the side here. Okay, so we're looking to usually, my guard will now nearly always have to open. You can sit up so much, but they will have to open to help you sit up generally. Feet go down, go relatively tight, don't leave them too wide in case the person steps over. So just leave the heels tucked in. Hand will go on the floor and you'll throw your chest up to here and here. Okay? You might end up staying here for a little while. You will sometimes have people who will be pushing back in, you'll be sort of working around here, and then the movement comes secondary, or the whole thing can be one movement. So the aim here is we want to stop them basing the hand on the ground. The best way is to wrap it all the way around here. So we put the hand on the ground, it doesn't matter because it's next to me here. So you put your palm down on the ground. There, doesn't really affect the movement of the whole body. Okay, if the hand's all the way out here, that requires a different movement, which we'll get to later. So again, it can be done either by securing the arm and then hip bumping, or again as a one motion thing, where we sit up and we catch this secondarily, go on and come all the way over here. Again, usually since you arrive with the fair amount of impact, this hand will now come away, base the hands out, and we can grapevine or cross our feet depending what we feel like. But you are transitioning in from a neutral but decent position to the most powerful position in Jiu-Jitsu. Pretty much. So yeah, one more time. Again, hands usually coming. Again, if you want to, you can break, pull them to one side, and go this way. So again, standard simplified version. Hand comes in, hands come out to one side somewhere. Then this hand goes onto the floor to base up into the core strength of a Russian gymnast, which not everyone does. So this hand comes out, boom, boom, up we go again. Wrap it around yourself here. Try to work on the elbow. This is too high because again, let's put the hand out to the ground. It's not affecting too much. And here is too low on the elbow itself. Put it across, heels will usually come down, and then lift and punch hard through, and up on top, face yourself out, and dominate top position. That is the hip bump sweep from closed guard.